creeping and streaking right up the east. And what we got yesterday was a little bit of the snub rub. Jimmy Buckets, Bam Adebayo, feeling the snub of not being named All-Stars, taking it out on the Raptors. Jimmy Butler decided, I'm going to shoot threes tonight. Made 3 of 4 from downtown. Awesome night. Gogi was back. Building was popping. 3,000 fans there. COVID dogs. It was all happening for us, baby.
All right.
Willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly. It was, it's good to see, like, just bodies. It seems like when one guy gets hot, everybody seems to find their groove.
Yeah.
But when the first guy starts shooting bricks, oof.
Tell you what, yesterday was it was you know, they call soccer the beautiful game. I'd say yesterday was the beautiful game. A lot of ball movement. I think it was like I want to say it was like 31 of like 37 or something on the Heat's baskets were assisted. I'm trying to look right now. They have 31 of 37. And then on Toronto side, it was 30-37. Like the ball was just popping, moving all over the place. Toronto started out shooting at a crazy clip.
My goodness.
Oh my God.
This Van Vliet. I mean, he didn't even come close to coming in contact with a player. I'll shoot it from here.
I mean, like, how about that Van Vliet where he falls all over himself, gets the ball back, hits it at the end of the shot clock? I'm like, come on, that's not fair. Ridiculous. Yeah. Ridiculous. But big win. Nice win for the Miami Heat in their building. It was cool seeing the fans back. Really, I felt like it took the fans like until the fourth quarter to really get lathered up. But I noticed him, Leroy. I noticed him standing. Noticed him getting into it. It was nice to see.
You went to the game?
Yeah.
Oof.
Had to break my streak.
Oof.
Had to break my streak.
Late night, I take it.
Yeah, it was a late night. Jimmy took a while to speak. And then I had to I've been taking, side routes to get home now because I'm paranoid if I ever go the regular way, 95 is going to be closed and I have to like loop-de-loop all the way around.
Right.
So it was a late night, but I'm all right. I'm bright eyed, but listen, if it's after a Heat win, bright eyed and bushy tail like a Heat squirrel, my friend, I'm ready to roll.
All right. I got you.
Jimmy Buckets from downtown. Why does he do that more? Good stroke.
We know why.
It's a great stroke.
No, it is.
Yeah, why does he do it more?
Why? Look, there's certain players that can get hot from three, but are not considered three-point shooters. I mean, D-Wade periodically would get hot from three.
Yep.
I remember the game when Jordan made, 8?
It's a funny thing. It's typically in the playoffs, too. It's just something they polish off. Like, Wid's like, Hornets series, I'll throw it out there. Let's go. 3-ball.
Yeah.
Jimmy Bucket hasn't taken 4 3-point attempts since, I think, the finals. If he, like, it's not something he polishes off very much, but he got a kick out from Bam. He goes, all right, I'll shoot it. Went in.
Or maybe it's the legs thing. When you just don't feel like you have the legs to shoot long-range jumpers.
Maybe.
So, I don't know, but, this team isn't dependent on Jimmy making the three. That's merely a bonus.
No, it was fun. It made it fun yesterday.
Yeah.
Let's get to headlines, Robbie. What do we got this morning, man?
Which is brought to you by the Orion Fields Downstairs Convenience Stores. Truly steps beyond convenience. It was not a double victory Wednesday yesterday, unfortunately. The Panthers did lose to the Dallas
Depends
Stars.
on how you look at it, Robbie.
Well, yes, you're right. If you had the under, it was a double victory Wednesday yesterday.
Man, I mean, holy smokes. Could the Panthers shoot at that goalie anymore?
That guy's had like 100 saves in 2 games.
He's like...
That guy deserves $10 million. I don't know. What's his name? Anton something. He deserves a lot of money. That guy's good.
Peppering him. Oh,
yeah, that's tough. That's a tough way to go down to the Panthers getting shut out by that guy. You get that many shots. Unfortunately, the Panthers were going up against just a brick wall.
It was unbelievable.
Why they do it? They do it again tonight.
3-game series.
Hockey's
like baseball.
No,
I don't know anything. We don't know anything for sure, but we know that yesterday the total was at 5.5. And today the total is around 6. So if you're reading
6.5.
So if you're reading the tea leaves, that means that extra half goal bump. That sounds like a Bob bump.
Pretty sure Bob's playing today. Pretty sure he's going to be playing.
It doesn't matter. Over.
And plus the Panthers.
The Panthers too. They got to break through. This guy, what is he? It's either not going to be him, or if they are playing him, he's got to be tired at some point, right? Just stopping pucks.
Holy smokes!
Chipping at his wall.
That's insane. All right, what else we got, Robbie?
So yeah, the Heat. They played the big game tomorrow night against Utah Jazz after the win. We're feeling much better about the Heat now after the win last night, 116-108.
Yeah, you know what? I wish the Heat. Yesterday was a game. It was a game where I feel really good about how the Heat are playing, but the record's not quite good enough to talk all the bleep on Twitter. So I had a lot of tweets that I wanted to fire off, but I kept them in my drafts because Boston is. I mean, they're free falling.
Oh my goodness,
they are free falling. And
even prominent media members suggesting to fire Brad Stevens.
I know. I saw that Courtney Fallon, and I was like, "Whoa, fire Brad Stevens." Grab him by the neck, Brad Stevens. Might have to check in with our boys at EEI today.
That's pretty amazing. You can't there's one team in all of professional sports that you have to respect for this one reason. And that is the Pittsburgh Steelers have had 4 coaches.
3 since 70.
Right. And when you think of that, that means you hire a guy, you go through the ups and downs, you know that your guy's a quality coach, and you keep it moving.
Right.
The fact that at this point, at half of a season, Brad Stevens is all of a sudden a bum is amazing to me.
I love it. It's so great.
Can we get a 2-for-1?
All-stars. 2 All-Stars, by the way. 2 All-Stars. Miami Heat 0.
Yeah. I mean.
Just saying. Bam Adebayo.
Tatum and
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
And they've you want to talk about walls. They've hit quite the wall this month.
Look, I think there's a lot of teams that based on how much basketball they played last year, that they're gonna go through this. And it's not just the Heat have gone through it in a different way because, I mean, it almost seems like for the better part of a year and a half, they've played with 8 guys.
Yep.
And it just does, and it's amazing, that they've been able to be as successful as they've been, never having a full roster.
Still rolling out 2-way guys. Like Gabe Vincent's getting minutes last night because they don't have Tyler Hero.
Right.
And they're not playing Max Strus. I feel like they're trying to be strategic about it because I know there's a certain amount of games those guys can't hit before they have to change their contracts. So, people were. I was like, man, no Strus is loose tonight. But I think they're trying to limit the games.
Well, especially when you got to figure out if you're going to make any moves.
Right. True.
So you have to make any moves, and you need $1 million or $2 million to make it work, then you got to make some other moves. Now, I don't know.
I do like how the whole Heat contingent is right there on the court now in the COVID days because you got Riley. Riley's been in 2 spots this season. He's either been next to Mickey or next to his Andy on his little war room desk over there behind the basket.
Hold on. I'm going to say this in the nicest of way.
Yeah.
Don't ever use the term little and Andy in the same sentence.
Hey, man.
He's a big boy.
He is. Looked good last night, though.
I got to tell you. The first time we met Andy Ellisberg, I was like, dude. Yeah, coolest dude. But when he walked up, I was like, whoa, no idea. Think he had basketball in his past?
Yeah.
Had to.
Yeah, he probably was like McHale at Yale.
he was
He's like 6'8", and then like just figuring out quantum physics.
I would figure he didn't even play on the basketball team. He played on the intramural team, and they were like, "No fair! You got a 7-footer."
So yeah, they got the whole. Yesterday, a lot of guys playing like they didn't want to get traded. Meanwhile, Riley's like, but upping trade value.
Yeah, do you think that they're either going to pull a trade or just hit somebody up and hope they can? I mean, because personally, I would rather just sign a tall guy.
You know what I saw yesterday?
A competent tall guy.
I had one of those things yesterday where I saw something on Twitter that I didn't know if it was real or not, and it was PJ Tucker, power forward from the Houston Rockets, who's not having a good year, but a lot of people think he's dogging it because he's not happy with his contract, and Houston's kind of a dumpster fire. And a lot of people feel like he'd be like the perfect Jay Crowder fit.
Yeah.
And I saw a screenshot of him saying that like bam, not an all-star. Wow, with a bunch of laughing, crying emojis. But I don't know if it's real or not, because I went to his Instagram account. I didn't see it on his story anymore. And the only place I found this originating from was a Rockets Reddit account. And everybody seems to have the same timestamp on the screenshot. So I don't know if it's real or not. It could just be completely fake. I could be getting Drew starred. I don't know. Drip Skylarked. I don't know.
I mean, if you got to go through that much.
It's such a random thing, though. Like, who's faking a PJ Tucker screenshot?
I think a lot of people think that, though. Like, Bam's not an all-star. The problem is it becomes over who. It's not necessarily a thing of whether Bam is deserving. It's who do you take out instead?
Take out one of the Celtics.
Well, of course you're going to say
get the hell out of here.
You think WEI is hoping for a 2-for-1 today? Belichick and Brad Stevens.
What's up with those mustard jerseys? Are they really rolling, kicking those?
Yeah, they're really kicking. Yep, they're really kicking those.
I'm not saying it.
Yep.
They look like now, I could say something to make them not want to use them. They're going to look like the Cavs uniforms.
I was thinking Pacers, but yeah, they do. They look a little Cavsy too. I don't,
Steelers.
I was
use the right sport, Robbie.
Colors. The Pittsburgh doesn't have a basketball team. That's what if Pittsburgh had a basketball team, that's what it would look like.
I don't think they're wearing them very much. I think they have to have a fourth jersey because
they made the playoffs. Because
they made the playoffs. They're wearing them 2 times, but yeah.
And they've already. Well,
the vice versa. The vice versa is really grown on me. Like when I go and see it live, I'm like, I like it. But I see it on
they're not growing on.
Who?
Tommy.
No, that's not happening yet. But I like them, especially I think on the court. I think it just looks good.
Yeah, you need
yeah.
First of all, you need to big spoon it, right? Let him know who daddy is. This is what we wearing. You scared of a 5-year-old, dude?
Not scared. It's his opinion.
Man, we live in different times.
We do live in different times.
Because I'm going to tell you what. I could just imagine my 5-year-old, but telling my mom and dad, my opinion is that this outfit sucks. It's not going to go over well.
Things do seem like they're starting to turn in the right direction. Health is a good thing. Health is a good thing. Jimmy Buckets was all about winning yesterday and winning time. Another near triple-double, 27 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists, and was 3 of 4 from downtown, which was a nice little surprise yesterday. Got to the free throw line, 8 for 8 from the free throw line yesterday. Really was doing it all. Him and Kyle Lowry were having a nice battle. Those two are really close, and you could see them jawing back and forth. But, listen, a lot of people, I saw everybody was kind of peeking, say, hey, maybe bring in Kyle Lowry. That'd be kind of cool, but listen, he's got his point guard buddy. His buddy's Gogi. That's his guy. He loves Gogi. I'm not saying trade Gogi for Lowry. I'm just saying he's got his point guard. His point guard is Goran. That's his wingman, Leroy.
I would say that based on what Kendrick Nunn has done.
Yep.
And now you got Gogi back. That it serves no purpose with Tyler Hero coming back. It serves no purpose to go out and get a point guard when you have other positions or other type players that could help your team, even if they don't have to be all-stars.
Kendrick Nunn is even yesterday, like a game where he was 2 for 9. I felt like he had an impact on the game, and I could not say that last year if he was not scoring.
Well, he's grown as a player with his facility.
Seeing it all, yeah, he's seeing it all. Like he had a great pump fake, trying to find Bam on the lob. You know, he's setting guys up. He really just it's been awesome seeing his growth this year. But listen, reunited and it feels so good. Goran Dragic, Jimmy Butler, back together. Gogi, what was the first meeting like?
Yeah, he was great. I mean, he closed the game for us, and yeah, he surprised me with those threes. But he's a hell of a player. He's our leader, and he brings that game for us home.
Did you guys have any fun interaction when you first got to see each other in person again after a long road trip? I know he said he missed you when he ended the road trip.
I think so. He told me, "G, get your ass home, man. I don't want to see you," something like that. But Jimmy's always cracking jokes. He's great. I mean, great teammate. I love him, and it's awesome.
Appreciate it.
I like how he's the game. I didn't say that. That you doctored that. I didn't say that to Goran last night. You rat bastard. Although I probably should have said that to him. I love Gogi.
I mean,
I like how Goran has to explain to me because he say take your ass home, but that's just Jimmy. He make joke. He funny. Jimmy make funny. He don't really want me to be gone.
Yeah. I think, a lot of the Heat have a lot of players, which is very uncommon. A lot of players who are developing on the big stage.
Yep.
When you think of Kendrick Nunn, Tyler Hero, you think of Duncan and his defense. Yeah, Bam is still going.
Bam's still going. We're still
now you're adding Precious.
Precious with the precious swish.
So, I mean, you could fast forward it a little bit by trading a couple of those pieces, but how much better are you going to be this year?
I'm a little upset you didn't acknowledge my genius move yesterday that I've made up for Precious Achua. When he went to the basket, the Achua step.
Point for Tobin.
What are we doing, Robbie?
What?
That's gold. The Achua step?
Precious with churros. So what is
you laugh. That's a point.
He's got a churro in his hand and he finger roll with a churro.
Finger roll with a churro. The churro step.
Oh my God.
We gotta run that up the flagpole.
Oh no. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I think Mike is about done with your ideas.
No, I think I'm gonna crack through, bro. I really do.
When he said I'm gonna run it up the flagpole,
what does that
I'm like,
mean?
yo, dude, you're like this far from the top.
I'm like looking at the flagpole. It says vice president. That means there's only one flagpole up. I think it's
Pat Riley and some owners.
Pat Riley and Mickey, and that's it. Flagpole.
That you know what that means? It'll be back real quick.
He's like that Stars goalie. He's got to keep chipping at him.
Oh my goodness!
Feels like he's gonna send a Raven and it's never gonna come back.
I mean that Dallas Stars goalie. Yikes!
Yeah,
he's good.
Oh, big. He looks fat too. Like he looks like a beefy goalie.
Fills up the net.
Really?
Old school.
A beefy goalie. You calling somebody beefy?
Yeah, he looked beefy. I'm just saying. I'm not throwing shade at anybody. Yesterday, so yesterday the Heat get themselves a win. There is a report out of the Miami Herald from one Barry Jackson that they are looking at DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah,
he clears waivers today at 5 p.m.
Here's the problem though, and I'm gonna tell you this now. While it does give you an offensive weapon, defensively, I don't.
It's tough to stay in front of that shaky leg.
Right, but that being said, he's still getting rebounds.
Yep.
And so from that standpoint,
and Olynyk, who I'm glad he hasn't. Look, props to Olynyk for not hitting me up with 6 from downtown lately. Like he's holstered it back a little bit because he's in some kind of funk from downtown, But when he's doing the other stuff, not too bad. Because I don't want to just be like,
what he is on defense? A pest.
No, you know what he is? He's a good flopper. He's the best charge taker I've ever seen. He got so mad. That was a big turning point in the game where Spicy P, Pascal Siakam went right into him, and he took the charge. They called it initially a block.
Oh, I've
never seen Olynyk that mad. He goes, "How?" He literally screams at this at the ref. I heard it because I heard it like clear as it. How? I'm like, whoa! I don't even know Olynyk could get to that level of emotion.
And by the way, Leroy,
what's funny? He does that
Leroy.
thing where,
33%. I know you were thinking.
Oh, you know what's amazing? You know how like a lot of guys will stand up and right in front of the charge.
Yep.
Kelly Olynyk always turns just a little, or he puts his legs together. So, like, even though he's still,
I think
he never is like straight up. So I can see why they call it against him.
I think it's because he's a big tree. Big tree fall hard. So I feel like that's why he gets a lot of charge calls.
I think he got kicked in the junk one time, and now he turns, so that doesn't happen.
If Duncan tries to do that, they're calling like a flagrant on Duncan. Flagrant attempt to flop Duncan. That's not even a thing. They're just making up fouls for Duncan Robinson at this point.
Man, he gets no love.
No love.
No love.
Not even a sniff.
I mean, and like, my thing is, I could understand if a guy played great defense and you called a couple of ticky-tack fouls to keep him in line. Duncan doesn't play defense. How can you not play defense and get 2 fouls in like 30 seconds?
They're out to get him. They're out to get him. I'm telling you. He just they just think who's in the area. 50. There was the one. What was that thing that happened in the was it in the first quarter where they called a double personal foul? I never even seen that before.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm pretty sure that was a charge. Like the dude strode right into Duncan Robinson, but they're like, it's Duncan Robinson under the basket. No way it could have been a pure charge. You know what? Personal foul on you too, Robinson. F you.
Right. What did they do? Just slap each other at the same time?
They're just like,
listen, I'm pretty sure that was a charge, but number 55 was there. We know how he rolls. So,
I mean,
personal
you have a better chance of seeing a double knockout than a double foul.
I've never even, I was like, that's the rule? Double personal? We jump ball, no team foul?
So,
what's the point?
So basically, both teams can lose a play. Nobody shoot free throws.
The stupidest thing I've ever heard. And the only reason it happened is because it was Duncan Robinson was in the vicinity. Poor bastard. If the only guy, like I've seen, where Goran, he's gotten offensive foul called him. He's lost a tooth. I thought that was the craziest I've ever seen.
Right.
But Duncan Robinson's giving him a run for his money.
You foul.
Wow. Can't even talk.